It is alluring for sure, and so I was happy to be able to include it in the movie because it's such a major icon.
Ho sempre voluto essere famosa. Dimmi 5 celebrità che hanno cominciato coi film horror.
Jamie Lee Curtis, John Travolta, Demi Moore.
Maxine Minx.
In the beginning of the movie, we see the quote, Bette Davis quote, "In this business, until you're known as a monster, you're not a star." Do you agree with her, and why?
Well, I think there's elements that I agree with, but to me, it set the tone for the film. You know, it set the tone for what a Hollywood story would be like. It set the tone for what a story about someone who wants to be a star would be like. And then the perspective that people have about people who are stars and how they behave, I think, are all relative to the story that's going to come. So it just kind of like set the table for the movie.
I love that you gave to the movie a VHS tape quality texture. How important was to you?
Well, it's important that you feel that the time and place of the movie are authentically represented. So if it's going to be a movie that takes place in 1985, I want it to look and feel like that, so that way you're invested in the story and you feel in the world, so you can align yourself with the characters. So anytime we're sort of seeing a certain side of Los Angeles or a certain kind of media, VHS or whatnot, I want it to be as authentic and as believable as possible.
It's interesting that there are Protestants in the movie, and they say that Hollywood is Satan's playground. Do you believe it's true?
I don't, no. But I mean, people over time have thought that way. But no, I don't feel that way, no.
I feel that you and Mia Goth with this trilogy are almost like chaos agent in Hollywood right now, because you bring so much anarchy with this trilogy. I love that. Do you believe that it's important to bring a little bit of anarchy in Hollywood right now?
Well, I think it's been really, we've been very fortunate to be able to make these 3 movies and to have them be like original ideas, and not be based on something. And I think it's very cool to see that people have responded to the movies in the way that they have. And so we're just lucky to have made the 3 of them. A big credit goes to like A24, the studio that made them with us. Is, they take chances on things like this. And so I don't know how chaotic it is, but I'm certainly happy they got made.
In the movie, they speak about bad press. Do you believe that bad press is something real, or there's no such thing as bad press? The important thing is they talk about your movie.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, yes, what's the famous thing is that all press is good press or whatever.
Yes.
I'm sure there's some bad, but I think in the context of the movie, I think in life, when people are making things, they get very worried about what other people are going to think about them. But you can't really control that. So inevitably, some people are going to like what you're doing and some people are not going to like what you're doing. But you got to keep doing it anyway. Now, in the context of the movie, it's kind of throwing this classic slogan in her face, because what the character's talking about is some information about her that would be very damaging could come out.
Do you really believe that great actors sometimes are the ones who didn't study in drama school? Because Maxine, she brings her own experience. Do you believe that there's something true in people who didn't study at drama school?
I think sometimes. I don't think it. I think mostly what you would learn in drama school would be some technical ability and sort of specifics about how the job works professionally speaking, and I think there's some value to that. And then you would get time to practice and learn and kind of obsess over, performance and acting and things like that. But you don't need that. Some people are just gifted at doing it, and some people are just naturally interesting, And I think but plenty of people that go into drama school are amazing also. So it doesn't really matter. It's just like film school. It's like it could help, but it's not necessary.
Hollywood sign is like a totem in this movie. I want to know what did you think when you saw for the first time the Hollywood sign?
Yeah, it's always been this kind of like major icon for not only a city but for an industry. And so, I mean, I live in LA. It's still charming when you drive by it and see it. And if you ever get kind of close to it, it is alluring for sure. And so I was happy to be able to include it in the movie because it's such a major icon of, like I said, both a city in America, but also just like an industry that everyone in the world is connected to because people love movies.
Okay, thank you so much. I really loved your movie.
Oh, thank you very much.
Bye.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sei una stella del cinema.